What's going on, world? It's your boy K to the J in Los, back here in a new year, 2021. We are here, JHouze Radio, episode 33, our first podcast of the new year. And man, it's been one hell of a ride. We took a little bit of a break from the podcast. It's been about a month, actually. Just had a lot of personal stuff going on, but we're back and we're good to go. How's it going, Los? How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. You know, um, dealing with stuff. I have stupid teachers who have now cost us a lot of free time.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
yeah. I work for a school system, and we're working. We were working 1 day a week. Now we're working 2 days a week, and we were going to go to three in April. But there are teachers in Honolulu, Dominican Republic, Peru,
Hmm.
um, Canada, Mexico, and things like that. Like they're going on vacation everywhere,
Okay.
and they're teaching from their hotel or whatever. And the union and the board of ed got wind of it, and now they're going to make all the teachers come in to school to teach. So I'll be working 5 days a week soon.
This whole like working from home, schooling from home thing has been rough, especially if you're a parent, whose kid has to like take like online learning and you have to work, and if you don't work from home, it just makes it even more challenging. So it's been pretty tough, man. I thought by now things would have like lightened up, as far as COVID and being able to things being a little bit more, lighthearted by now and hopefully having more things opened up, but it feels like we're still in the same spot that we were like 6-7 months ago, and we have a vaccine coming out soon, which I mean, even that still doesn't seem promising. A lot of people are having some crazy side effects from it. So
Dude, we're at my building. We're actually giving the vaccine to healthcare workers, to police department, to fire department,
mm,
and things like that. And we have zero issues. No one's
really?
complaining. Yeah, no one's complaining.
Oh wow.
You know?
Yeah. So when do you so have you taken the vaccine yet or not yet?
No, I'm scheduled to take it Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they say it's not mandatory, but I don't trust these kids.
He's like, I'm making it mandatory for myself. So what have you been up to, like as far as playing, watching, and listening? Your PWL. Anything different,
I
interesting?
just finished Assassin's Creed Origins.
Nice.
I decided not to download the two other DLC packs. Um, I neared 100% completion, and I was just like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I love the game, but I was a little done.
Really?
I'm on, yeah, yeah, I'm on Miles Morales right now. I am a quarter of the way done. Um, Loving it. Um, Such a different vibe, man. Like,
Really?
uh, yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins had this like tension thing about it, and Miles Morales, I mean, with the fights, you're kind of like, oh my god, tension. And a lot of the sneakiness that I did in Assassin's Creed really helps out in Miles Morales. But Miles Morales is just fun, dude. Like, you're swinging around the city, you're doing all this other stuff.
Yeah.
In game, people are giving Miles high fives and all this other stuff. Hearing his terrible Spanish is funny, but good at the same time. You
Oh
know,
wait, his Spanish is actually bad.
it's very gringo.
Oh yeah,
People
yeah.
forget Miles Morales is black and Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. True.
so Miles Morales is a Latino superhero,
Yeah.
and his mom constantly talks to him in the game, and he's like "te quiero," well, but he sounds like so gringo. He's like "te quiero."
Takiro.
Yeah, that's the only funny part,
Oh
you know.
man.
So,
And
but it's good.
how far are you in? You said for Miles Morales?
Maybe a quarter of the way in, maybe a little more.
Okay.
So, anyone who's played the game, um, I just finished destroying the new form reactor, and I'm looking around town to destroy the other three that are in the city.
So how close? Compare this to the Into the Spider Verse. Is it pretty much like an Into the Spider Verse game almost? Like
No,
is that no, not really. Okay.
No, it is like Marvel Spider-Man.
Okay.
I think they actually use the same map. Um,
I think so. Yeah. I mean, well, it's pretty much just New York anyway. So, but like a different part of New
the,
York, I
yeah,
think.
like Harlem now all of a sudden is fleshed out more, you know.
Hmm.
You have like bodegas on the corner, you have little Puerto Rican restaurants, you have like a Dominican restaurant over there. You got signs in Spanish and things like that.
Yeah.
And most of your missions are more uptown than downtown, like how it was in Marvel Spider-Man.
Okay.
But it's a good game. The combat is, I don't want to say more fun, but it's more versatile,
Compared to the first
because
Spider-Man game.
yeah, because you have the Venom Sting, uh, you have different finishing moves. So it's really good.
Okay. Adams in chat says very different. The game felt the same as Spider-Man except with Miles Morales. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's a pretty good way to describe it. But again, there's just little touches, and I was a big fan of Miles Morales when he was the Ultimate Spider-Man, in the
Hmm.
comic books.
Yeah.
Um, so it's kind of good to see him. And what I like in this one, they didn't do too much in the comic books was they kind of show his more Puerto Rican side, but it's not like overload.
Yeah.
It's a good little thing here and there. Spanish every once in a while, being always being focused around Harlem and stuff, but it's a really good game.
I think it's great that that we have a Latin a superhero that's focused on in gaming, especially how he was focused on in the films. Like we don't really get that often, especially somebody who like leads a game. To have a Latin superhero lead his own game is pretty freaking awesome. A lot of people on social media show their reaction, and a lot of people were really uh, emotional about it. Like when they first played the game. So
Yeah,
representation in gaming is awesome.
but here's the thing: like the only other Latino superhero that I know of is uh, oh, what the hell is her name? I think her
What?
name is America or America.
America?
Uh, yeah, hold on one sec. Let me look it up. Uh,
But he said it was a great game. They did a good job of building that community. I do wish it was longer. Yeah, I figured it was going to be. I figured this game was going to take a. I can't think of that. Lost Legacy. Uncharted Lost Legacy. I figured it was going to take that kind of role. Oh, Adam says American Chavez?
yeah, the
Chavez?
Borinquina, La
Oh, okay.
Borinquina.
Okay, okay.
Um, that's the only other, you know, Latin superhero that I know of, other than Sunspot, who's Brazilian from the New Mutants. Other than that, there really is nothing else.
Yeah.
You know, I like how comic books are trying to mix things up. You know,
Yeah.
like Marvel started in the '70s with Power Man, Luke Cage, and then
Luke
they slowly
Cage.
progressive started adding, other characters. But it's always been comic books are very much a black or white thing.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple of Asians in there for a while, but now they're trying to like actually mix things up with more Muslims, more Latins, and things like that. Not just like French Canadians or things like that. With
Yeah.
Alpha Flight.
What have you been playing lately? Oh no, you say playing. What have you been watching? That's what I meant to say. Anything new?
Watching, I just finished season Star Trek Discovery.
Okay.
Eh.
Eh.
And
Not
I'm
that great.
watching, yeah, and I'm watching The Expanse.
Okay. Typical Los in the Star Trek stuff. It's all good.
Yeah, hold on a second. Dark Legion. Well, for me, I'm mostly a cat person when growing up, but later in life, I tried out a dog for a while, so I'm okay with both, but mostly would lean into cats.
Okay.
Plus, cats make your house smell.
So do dogs. What do dogs do?
Bro,
They don't make it smell like roses.
no, it may not smell like roses, but it doesn't smell like cat shit and piss everywhere.
Oh my god.
You know?
Honestly, animals stink. I don't think it matters what animal you have. It's gonna smell like something. I don't even care if it's a hamster. Your house is still gonna smell like something,
Guinea
regardless.
pigs don't smell like anything.
Really,
They don't smell like anything.
I need to get a guinea
You just
pig
gotta
then.
clean their cage every week. They
I
don't
need
smell like anything.
See, that's one of my things about having cage animals. I hate cleaning like fish tanks and cages because then it's just I feel like it takes up so much time, so much
Nah,
time.
man. I have a small cage where we take the guinea pig,
Hmm.
put it in the small cage, get my wet dry vac, vacuum up the cage, put in new bedding, put the guinea pig back. Done. 10 minutes tops.
What have you been listening to? Anything different or
No, I'm actually been listening to a lot of classic house because I'm still trying to do my classic house mix.
hmm
Curry.
Uh, what?
It was curry.
Curry, number 75, Curry.
Okay.
Her family knows his family, and I wound up getting a backpack that they give to their families after they won the Super Bowl.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hold on.
Los about to show off his football backpack, chap.
So this is what the family of Eagles players got
Oh, nice.
after they won the Super Bowl. I wound up getting one.
I haven't gotten any new Jets gear in a while because my team has been pissing me off. So I'm kind of like disowning them at the moment. But
Listen, what I say about the Jets is right color, wrong team.
right color, wrong team. I know you've been saying that forever. It's okay.
Old joke, but it works.
Anyways, all right. So what am I playing? Honestly, my PWL is pretty boring. I have not been playing much of anything. I've kind of been getting into this game called Escape from Tarkov. It's a PC FPS shooter game. Other than that, just Overwatch here and there. I haven't really been playing too much, man. I've been so busy with work and everything like that that gaming has been kind of like taking a back seat for me for a little bit lately. So, but hopefully on my next few days off, I'm gonna try to catch up on some gaming.
Guy, you need to.
I know I miss it, man. I feel like I'm missing a big part of my life. What am I watching? What am I watching right now? Actually, I'm rewatching Servant because I'm getting ready to watch season 2 of Servant that's coming out in a few hours. I don't know if you heard
Coming
about
out in a
that.
few hours.
It's supposed to come out tomorrow, so I think it's gonna be on there it's gonna be on Apple TV at midnight. So
I'm actually kind of weirded out that I've had been watching Star Trek since November with Lower Decks,
okay.
all the way through Discovery, and now I have no Star Trek to watch.
Oh, well, at least now you can watch Servant. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
did you finish season 1 of The Servant?
No, I haven't.
I'm so ashamed of you, man. Oh my god, so ashamed.
My girl's throwing paper at me.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think she got bored of TikTok. So if you see paper fly by, it's just my girl going. "Ah."
Hey, just tell her. Just tell her. Go ahead and be the third be the third co-host for today. Let's go ahead and do it.
Do you want to jump on?
Tell her to hop in Discord. She's like, no, I don't think so.
No, she's like, no.
All right. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. That's my PWL. I'm not listening to anything new. I'm working on our JHouze music right now. So that's the only thing I'm really listening to right now.
Yeah, I am too.
FYI chat, Los and I are working on some music for content creators because we know Twitch especially has been having a lot of DMCA issues. So, and we're working on music for creators, not even just on Twitch, but YouTube, wherever, basically. You can use it on your podcast, your short films, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, the thing is, I kind of want to release 3 different versions of each song.
Okay.
A short version, kind of like an intro length, like 30 seconds.
Mhm.
A regular version, 3 minutes, and a 7-minute version.
Okay.
That way they can kind of have it in the background, just going and going and going.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that for each track. And the way I'm doing mine specifically is mostly Apple loops because they're free. And Apple gives you the license to use them in anything. So I'm assembling most of it in Apple loops, adding some stuff myself, but mostly Apple loops.
Okay.
Because there's no licensing issues, there's no problems. Because sometimes, you'll play something and you're like, that was from another song. You don't realize it got stuck in your head.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to stay away from that, and I'm trying to do mostly Apple loops. But it's coming together slowly.
All right, let's jump into some news. I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about here. Let me see. You didn't watch Wonder Woman, so we're going to skip that one. It's okay. And
Yeah,
yes,
man, I just didn't have time.
I'm
You know,
calling
I
you
kind of
out.
watched I watched the reviews and I watched and people had a lot of problems with it with Wonder Woman. They said she raped somebody and all this other stuff, and I'm
Rape
just like,
somebody? What the hell are they talking about? I don't remember seeing that in there.
well, remember how Steve Trevor possesses the body of some guy
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
supposedly?
yeah, yeah.
So then she was having sex with Steve Trevor, but it wasn't really Steve Trevor, it was really the guy. So they kind of call that rape.
Oh my
But then
god.
she winds up hooking up with the guy at the end when he becomes himself. I don't know.
Oh my god, really? Yeah, just watch it. You'll see. I can't believe people said that. That's stupid. It's really stupid. Um. All right. So the first news topic I want to jump into, and I feel like we kind of talk about this a lot. Um, the actor from Justice League who plays Cyborg has been officially removed from the DC universe
Why?
because of the issues that he's been causing. But not, I don't even want to say issues that he's been causing, but the whole scenario that he's been saying that Zack Snyder, um, not Snyder. Who's the director from the previous version of the film? We'll just say that the previous director of the original cut of the Justice League, he pretty much made claims that that he's been kind
Joss
of
Whedon.
Josh Whedon.
Joss Whedon.
There we go. He's been making claims that Josh Whedon has been racist, has been sexist towards people on the team as far as the cast. He felt like he was especially racist towards him because of certain allegations about how he made his skin lighter. Just so many different accusations over the past few months, actually. And I guess because he just caused so much ruckus and so much like ill will towards that, I don't know, the franchise or the director, basically, he was removed. Now they didn't say who made the call, but I'm pretty sure Whedon put some word in somebody's ear and said, "Hey, listen, he's going to cause issues for me. Like we got to do something about it." So
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to say. So I'm wondering now, what does that spell for the future of Cyborg? I'm guessing they're going to get somebody else to play that character now.
Two things. He's not unique in these accusations. Other people have made the same accusations. Two, his role in Justice League was significantly cut to less than a supporting actor. You have to admit, you don't really see Cyborg, you know.
But compared to all the other actors, though, do you think it was? I mean,
Yeah,
we really didn't see Flash either that much, honestly.
but you saw Flash more than you saw Cyborg.
Yeah, probably a little more.
No, a lot more.
You
A
think it
lot
was
more.
a lot more? Really?
I think it was a lot more.
I
I think
want
it
to.
definitely was a lot more. You have the intro of Cyborg who got cut. You have other scenes where he's learning to use his powers that got cut. There was a scene where he's learning how to fly that got cut. A lot of
Really?
scenes of Cyborg got a lot of scenes from Cyborg got cut. Some scenes from Flash did get cut, but you saw him fighting in that big rotunda circle.
Yeah.
You know, remember he had that whole highlight of touching the sword,
Yeah.
where he falls on Wonder Woman and he gets all embarrassed. At the end, his race with Superman, like you saw, you got a chance to really feel the Flash character. But I think in Cyborg, the most you ever get is he's sad, he's angry, he's smart, and booyah.
And booyah. Yeah. I
Uh,
mean, I don't know.
I
It's
was excited for Cyborg. I was really excited for Cyborg because in the new 52, when I read the storyline they did for Cyborg,
yeah.
he was a very interesting character because he was the most grounded out of everybody. You know, had the most trauma, but kind of persevered through it. So I liked him the most.
Yeah.
Um, and I just kind of feel like they did him an injustice in Justice League. I think they should have
Pun
shown him a little
intended.
more.
Pun intended.
No, completely unintended. I just think that I don't think they did the character justice.
Yeah.
That was a pun. I kind of feel like they should have done a little more because the character is, you know, a very important part of the Justice League and of DC Comics.
Yeah.
You know,
I I really wanted to see more of his character as well. Especially since, like you said, we really didn't see much of him, and his story out of everybody's story was the most interesting because there was so much emotion attached to it. So like I wanted to like dive into that story, and it sucks. It sucks that now he's out of that role now, and I'm pretty sure they're going to replace him. But now I guess the question is with who now. But it doesn't. I guess it doesn't impact us that much as far as who they're going to replace him with because we didn't see that much of him anyway. So his performance wasn't deep enough to like kind of catch anybody's hearts. You know, say, oh man, like we're going to miss him as that character now. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but they'll recast it.
yeah.
Because Cyborg was supposed to be a very important part of the Flashpoint movie.
Yeah, and he was removed from that as well because a lot of people are wondering if he's still at least going to be in the Flashpoint movie because that movie is already, I think, it's filming already, but apparently he was cut from that film as well.
They'll recast it.
Yeah, it sucks. Before we even like get too deep into the podcast, I know we kind of wanted to touch base on what happened in the White House real quick. I feel like we kind of can't go past. I mean, at Capitol Hill. I feel like we can't go past our first episode without at least mentioning that before we go on to our next topic.
Okay. I'm going to start because I'm the more of the politics person.
Yeah.
What amazes me about these people, really amazes me. They think they're going to go in there, ruin the whole Capitol building, do this whole thing, force everyone to vote Donald Trump in as president, and then go back home and go to work on Monday as if nothing happened.
Exactly.
Like, at one point, did you really think about what you've done? And these people who are getting arrested, oh, fucking great.
Yeah, a lot of them are getting arrested right now. A lot of them, and like they put their faces all over TV and posting pictures on Instagram, social media. Like, come on, like just like you said, like what do you think was gonna happen? What do you think was going to happen?
My favorite quote from all of this was the guy who stole the podium, and he took a picture with it.
Yeah.
Who got arrested in Florida? His lawyers came to the press and said, "We're not magicians. I don't know what we're going to do. We caught him with pictures." I was like, "That's the best."
Yeah, you kind of can't work. There's only but so much that you can do. Like, come on, like you stole a podium. Come on.
The guy with the plastic handcuffs got arrested. The guy sitting in Pelosi's desk got arrested. One guy got turned in by his ex-wife.
Holy shit.
Yeah. One person got turned in by their foster kid. And someone else got turned in. Hold on one second.
They're asking to pardon him.
Who's that? Oh, the guy who calls himself the shaman. He's asking Trump to pardon him.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Dude,
come on, man.
Trump already has moving boxes being delivered to the White House. I just saw that today, and I was like, yes.
Thank you, Jesus. Oh, man.
What gets me is how some of these people can still support him after the riot, the insurrection. You have to think about this, dude. Forget everything else, okay? That one incident, is enough. Well, he got impeached the second time. Only president to get impeached twice. That alone should tell you the kind of person that he is. How could you support him after that? These people are supporting him, and a crowd was going to come to hurt you or kill you.
Yeah.
And yet you're still on this bandwagon? No. The Supreme Court literally told Trump, and 3 of those people on the Supreme Court he put there were like, no. Sorry, there's no basis for this. Get out.
Like
it took him like 30 minutes.
It's honestly, I'm still surprised, just like you said, how some of his supporters still think that he's like he's doing this for a good cause.
What gets me is, okay, wait, first Dark Legion said, at the same time, I can't wait for him to be in court. He has to deal with and being impeached. Yes, but Mitch McConnell said everyone's going to come into to session on the 19th.
Oh, really?
So literally the day before he has to leave because he wants to drag it out so he doesn't get impeached.
Dude, you lost. Okay? The votes count. The votes happened. Like, it's done. Let it go. He's been nothing but a baby for the past 4 years, and now that he lost, he's being even more of a big baby. Let it go.
Here's what it boils down to. One, he needs to get impeached a second time and convicted so that way he can never run for president again. That is the reason why they're pushing this. So he can never run for president again.
Mm-hmm.
Two, as much as we hate Trump, he will be a very large political influence from now till he dies.
Oh
Period.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Unless he goes to jail.
Three, he is losing money right and left. After this whole riot that he created, there are companies right and left that are dropping contracts with him. Bro,
Really?
golf courses are like, nope, we're done with you. Ciao.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of these people who are supporting him, and I'm like, you do realize he hates you, and they don't care.
What it is,
Bro.
they like, even if they don't support him as a person, they support him for what he believes in. They support his beliefs. Like, that's all it is. Even though they know that he might hate them, they support what he stands for. That's what this is about.
White supremacy.
Exactly. They support what he stands for, and that's why they don't want to see him out of office. That's why, you know, once the election happened and they saw that he lost, that's why they stormed, you know, Capitol Hill. When I woke up that day, man, because I slept pretty late because I had to work the night before. Like, I literally thought that it was happening in like I didn't realize that it was happening here. I thought it was happening in like a different country or something like that, you know. And then when I realized that it was happening on Capitol Hill, I just could not believe it, honestly. And the number one thing that ran through my mind and that I heard a lot of people say was that if that was black people, they would have been shot. They would have been killed before they even got to the wall. These people were climbing walls, breaking windows, stealing property. And they didn't even, it's almost as if like the police were just like, well, let's just tell them to stop and maybe they'll go away. Like, look at what happened last year. Peaceful Black Lives protests. Black people were getting ran over. They were getting gassed. Some of them was getting beat up. You know what I mean? Handcuffed and carried away. But yet I saw a video like during this riot. The cop like stepped to the side and pulled the gate over so they can go inside. Like, what? Are you serious?
Two things. Okay. One, out of fear, I can understand that. You don't want to be killed. Okay.
Yeah.
Two, why the fuck wasn't there tear gas? Okay.
Exactly.
Three, why didn't they just call every cop in the area to whoop some motherfucking ass?
That's what I'm saying.
And four, here's the big difference. These Trump people brought in pipe bombs, weapons, handcuffs, tactical gear, and everything else. Yeah. And Black Lives Matter protests, people are wearing their street clothes.
Exactly. With like signs in their hand.
Exactly. You know what I mean? The thing that gets me is that Trump on Twitter was saying like, oh, all these people who cause these riots should go to jail and get locked up. And no doubt, no questions asked. But now it is his people are doing it. He's like, oh, let's just forget about it. They can all go home and not worry about it. No. You said it once. Stick to it. Okay?
Exactly.
Point blank.
I'm just glad that he's out of office. We don't have to deal with him anymore. Well, for right now.
Bro, here's the thing that people don't seem to understand. He's, even after he's out of the presidency, if he doesn't get impeached the second time, he doesn't get convicted, he is still privy to top secret information. The same information the president gets. So he could use that information to start wars, enrich himself, sell those secrets to Russians, sell those secrets to the Chinese, sell those secrets to anybody who wants it. Yeah. It is not over and done with him. They need to cut off his what do you call it? His top secret clearance.
Yeah.
You know, they have to keep the Secret Service on him. You know, I mean, let's face it. He has earned millions of dollars by charging the Secret Service hotel fees, so the people who protect them stay in his hotel.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
I'm just glad that we're done with this guy. That's all I gotta say.
We're not done with him.
We're not done with him. But
we are not done with him. He is going to continue to cause problems. He's going to continue to start shit up, and these poor ignorant people are just going to continue to follow him and everything else.
On a lighter note, I just want to get that out the way because, man,
that has to be discussed.
Yeah, that needed to be discussed for sure. All right, so it is officially 2021. I just wanted to kind of go over real quick, like some of our favorite content from 2020. Whether it be one of your favorite games, TV shows, films, music, one from each category if you want. But what is some of your favorite content from 2020? And then I guess we'll kind of go back and forth after each one.
Um, for TV, it was the new season of The Expanse, and it was Lower Decks, Star Trek Lower Decks, the new animated series.
Okay.
Um, The Expanse because I've listened to the books because I don't read.
I don't read. He's an
No, I mean
audio
like
listener now, chat. Audio listener.
I'll read websites. I'll read 25-page whatever, but a 300-page book.
Yeah.
I don't have the dedication, dude. It's what it is. I don't have the dedication.
Yeah.
But listening to books on Audible as I drive, yeah, I do that, no problem. And Lower Decks for Star Trek because not only was it good, it was funny. It made fun of Star Trek.
Okay.
And it kind of was really made for fans of Star Trek. So I loved it.
Another good film that I watched this year, which I was really surprised at, was The Invisible Man. Did you get to see that?
No, not interested.
Oh, you should watch it.
It's a horror film, right?
No. It's a different take on the on that franchise, and it's not a horror film. It's not at all. It has like little spooky moments here and there, but it's not really a horror film. It's more suspense, thriller, drama film. I wasn't expecting anything of it. A lot of the previous renditions of The Invisible Man or films that try to play that try to play that character role of somebody being invisible usually don't really turn out that well. This film was so freaking good. Like, you have to watch it. Just the idea, like, I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to give away anything, and I know the premise might seem typical, but it is so different from what you would think of your traditional invisible man, invisible woman film. Basically, obviously it's a woman trying to get away from her husband who's abusive, and it takes such a turn at the end, man. It is so good. You need to give this a shot.
Blumhouse did this. This is a horror movie, dude.
It's not a horror movie. And when I saw that Blumhouse did it, they traditionally do horror films. I mean, it might it's spooky elements in it, but it's not I mean, I don't think they classify it as a horror film. But it doesn't feel like a monster scary film. But it just has spooky elements in it. But it's just so good. It's more of a thriller than anything else. It's more of a thriller. I would highly recommend you check it out because I was hooked. And the things that he puts her through, his ex-wife, like you really feel for her. And you're just like, yo, like he keeps like raising the bar, and it gets to a point where you're like, holy like what is happening right now? That's literally how I felt by the end of this movie, hands down. And it might sound weird to say, one of my favorite films of 2020. It was really good. You gotta check it out. Yes, freaking amazing. And like I said, by the end of the film, it took a major twist that you would probably never see coming. And like, you see the transformation of her character throughout the film, how she went from this scared woman, and not going to say it, but by the end of this film, she was a completely different person. And I'm going to leave it there, but it was good. It was definitely good. It's worth the watch for sure. I think it's on HBO Max right now. So if you have a free trial, or if you have HBO Max already, I would highly recommend to definitely watch it. It was.
Or if you have a leg in a boot, you could possibly watch it.
If you have a leg in a boot, chat. One more thing I want to throw in there. One of my favorite games of 2020. I'm still not used to saying 2021 yet. And it actually won Game of the Year was The Last of Us 2. I think I might have mentioned that to you before. The Last of Us 2.
Yes, you did mention it in previous podcasts.
Yeah, it's pretty much, a lot of people know about it. A zombie film, zombie apocalypse. A deadly virus spreads out, and Great film, and I mean great film. Like it's such a good game that it feels like a film. Honestly, I would
Well,
highly should.
that's what a lot of games are going for now, like trying to feel like an epic movie.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what kind of what this game felt like, honestly. And a lot of people like kind of like talked bad about the game because of the simple fact that it didn't turn out the way they wanted to be, and a lot of people didn't like the lesbian character in the game. Um, I literally would have to say that it's probably one of the best games of this generation, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was just a great it was just a great game. It won I think it won over 200 Game of the Year awards last year, and
Jesus.
hands down, if you have a PlayStation, you need to play this game. It's not now. Granted, it's not for everybody. It is pretty intense. It's brutal. It's probably going to be one of the most brutal games you've ever played. Honestly, there was parts in that game that made me cringe a little bit because of how brutal it was. Um, but if you're looking for something with character, you're looking for something with depth. Um, you should definitely check this out. You know, I would have to say definitely the first 20 minutes of this game, it's gonna make you cringe. Like it's pretty deep, but it's a good game though.
Well, my whole thing is once you start mentioning zombies, um, I kind of lose interest. You know, I
Yeah,
don't know. I'm not a zombie person.
and I know a lot of people feel the same way. It's like, oh, zombies, but it's not. It's not like your traditional, oh, just running around shooting zombies all day. There's so much. It's kind of like the reason why people. It's kind of like the reason why people fell in love with the Walking Dead when it first came out. The characters,
Oh, I
like
tried watching The Walking Dead. I got up to episode 3 and I was like, I'm done.
that's a shame because it's like the first two seasons of The Walking Dead was amazing television, and it's not because of the zombies, the monsters. It's because of the character development, the like the relationships between the characters. That's what made The Walking Dead so fucking great when it came out, and that's what makes this game so amazing is the emotions, like in all the relationships with the characters. The zombies is just kind of like it's like a little side rendition that just adds to the game. Like it's not like the main game. It's just something to do in between all like the interactions and things like that. So,
Wasn't the second season when they got stuck on a farm or something?
um, I
Or was
think,
that third season?
I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think it was second season. I believe. I believe. I feel like after the whole farm thing and anything that happened after that, I feel like it kind of started going downhill a little bit. I just kind of lost interest after a while. You know.
I never gained interest in it. Like Game of Thrones, everyone's like, "Oh, you have to watch," and I'm like, "Eh."
Yeah, people keep telling me to watch Game of Thrones too, and
And Breaking Bad, I tried the first episode and I didn't even make it through the first 15 minutes.
I never got around to it either. All right, so last thing I want to jump into real quick is 2021, man. It's here. We have a lot of films that got delayed and probably pushed to 2021. So, is there anything that you're looking forward to, like film wise, game wise, or anything for 2021, or just in general?
Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm looking forward to. I really want to see how his
Yes,
version of the film comes out.
that is number one on my list, hands down.
The Disney Plus Marvel series. I'm interested in watching. Mandalorian season 3, and I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I want to see Mandalorian season 3.
Oh, season 3 was
Uh,
confirmed already.
yeah, it was confirmed a while ago.
Oh wow, I still haven't finished season 1 yet.
Funny, Pedro Pascal. Funny little trivia thing for you.
Okay.
Uh, he was in the failed Wonder Woman TV show pilot, and he's also in the 1984 movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the failed pilot?
I've seen. Well, I haven't seen the pilot, but I did see like scenes of like the Wonder Woman TV show, if that's what it's related to.
No, dude, we're not talking about the 1970 something one. We're talking about they were gonna before the whole DCEU stuff, they were gonna and before the whole Wonder Woman movie, they were gonna do a Wonder Woman TV show, and the pilot is on YouTube, and it's a beautiful disaster.
A beautiful disaster. Oh wow.
It's a beautiful disaster. It has some great points and stupid points. It's something to watch to go, ooh, I'm glad this wasn't made into a TV show. It's one of those.
It was that bad. Holy shit! Wow.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, the Orville season 3. I'm looking forward to. Also in
I
2021.
still never like watched that show. It just seemed weird. I don't know. I never got into
It's
it.
a good show. It's a good
Yeah.
show. You'll like it. You'll like it.
Yeah, I think me. Well, I was looking forward to Batman this year, but apparently that got delayed.
Oh, I'm so not looking forward to Glitter Batman.
Come on, why? Seriously? Like you won't even give it a shot? Maybe?
No. Absolutely not.
Really? Oh, come on.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Mainly
No
because
way.
of Robert Pattinson. Like, is that mainly why?
Absolutely because of him. He doesn't look like Batman.
But you gotta
Bro, when
remember,
you think of Batman, all right, you think of someone who's bulky, who could fight. He looks like fucking Miles Morales in a Batman suit, the fucking skinny
he
motherfucker.
said Miles Morales in a Batman suit. Holy.
He does. He's so skinny,
Oh
you know? And
man.
it takes him like 30 punches to knock out a guy. That's not Batman. Batman hits you with one shot and you're done. You
But you
shit your
gotta,
pants.
but you gotta also remember that by the time they dropped that trailer, that was literally supposed to just be a teaser. That film was only 20% done by the time they dropped that trailer. Like that's a
He
lot of
still
early
looks like
production.
Miles Morales in a Batman suit. He's
Oh
too
man.
skinny, bro.
I mean, I will admit, I'm not disagreeing with you. Yeah, I think he does look a little like when I saw him in like his suit or whatever in one of those scenes, like he did look weird as Bruce Wayne. I think as Batman from like the shots from the trailer, I think he looks okay, but I gotta see how he looks when he's like in more action and throughout the entire film. But as Bruce Wayne, yeah, I would agree. He does look a little weird, a little anorexic.
No, as Batman, he looks anorexic.
I don't think there's enough going on for me to judge that yet.
Man,
Like
chicken legs. What are you talking about?
like in this scene right there, he looks okay. I mean, but then again, it's just the top portion. So I don't know. Like I gotta see more of him to really fully judge his Batman. I gotta see. I mean, me as a Batman fan, I'm gonna
Look
watch
at
it.
that, bro. He's fucking skinny as shit. That's not Batman. Ben Affleck was like, "Oh, I don't play Batman. I gotta go fucking." Motherfucker worked out, bulked up. He became fucking huge. This
So
motherfucker was like, "I'm gonna play in my sparkly way."
so
Fuck him.
so even though it's season two, even though it's year two Batman, you still think he should be like super buff by then? Because you gotta
Yes.
remember, by the time we got Ben Affleck, like Ben Affleck Batman was like in the game for a minute. You know what I mean? Like this is Batman just trying to figure out his prime. So
No. Listen, if you look at Batman the Animated Series, when they did the origin of Batman, he was working out, like he learned all the martial arts out. Like, bro, like you have to be big, to actually do some damage. Okay. He's not like Bruce Lee, who was like who looked like a toothpick, but once he flexed, it was like muscles everywhere. You know what I'm trying to say? That's not who this guy is.
yeah, yeah. I
I'm
feel you.
sorry. Just no. This and the Joker, 2 movies I'm not interested in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just sucks that we're not getting it this year. I mean, I'm gonna see it regardless because I'm a big Batman fan. Um, but yeah, I mean, I was looking forward to that this year, but it's being pushed back due to COVID. So no Batman. As far as gaming though, I would have to say I'm really looking forward to Gotham Knights, the Batman game that we said that we are going to stream
Oh
together.
man, me too. Hell yeah.
I think so far that's one of my top most anticipated games this year, Gotham Knights. We're supposed to be getting a God of War game this year for PlayStation, but I feel like that's going to be canceled because I just can't see a new God of War game being ready already, to be honest with you. So
Yeah, you don't know how long you've been developing it.
yeah, exactly. And the most recent one only came out like what 3 years ago, so it takes a little time to actually put a game out. So I feel like they're going to cancel it. But yeah, other than that, man, I'm just looking forward to us getting back into the podcast again. Lois and I have been off for about a month now.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We got a lot of stuff that we're working on now behind the scenes as far as music and things like that. Hopefully, we can get into short films this year, depending on COVID. So I'm just looking forward to really just taking JHouze to the next level. Taking our YouTube channel to the next level and our streams and
Yeah.
things like that. All right, chat. That is going to be it for today. For people who are watching and listening live, appreciate you guys hanging out. Like I said, this is our first episode of 2021. I almost said 2020. Just
Yeah, that was last year.
yeah. um, a few technical difficulties and some of our alerts probably aren't working yet. But like I said, by next episode, we should have everything straightened out and the kinks worked out. Like I was mentioning before. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm sorry that the show seems a little not as smooth as normal. Ricky was gonna come back on today. We were gonna actually discuss movies and stuff, but family showed up visiting him, so he had to cancel. So we just kind of threw the show together. So
Yeah.
but as always, we have fun doing it. We have fun talking to people. And Dark Legion calling you out because you need to buy my girl candy, but that's all right.
Listen, we're not going to talk about that live. I will edit that part out. So,
oh, that's funny.
I will definitely get her Hershey Kiss next time I come over. I promise. So yeah, chat. This is going to be our new format. We're going to be live on Twitch and we're going to be live on our YouTube channel at the same time simultaneously, so that way we can reach our YouTube following as well. We will not have any more channel points, and we are not an affiliate on Twitch anymore because of that reason. So yeah, but like I said, our Patreon is being worked on, so you can't support us through subscribing on Twitch, but you will be able to support us through subscribing on Patreon. Plus, Patreon has more benefits, so I felt like it was just better just to do it that way, to be honest with you. I mean, if you're listening to the show in audio format or watching the replay on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Our podcast is also now available on more podcast streaming services now. We're not on Pandora yet, I don't believe. I have to double check. But if you Google JHouze Radio, you can pretty much find us on pretty much almost any podcast app at this point. So
yes,
leave us a review there, and that will push us up in the charts so we can get more people listening to us and checking us out.
Yeah, and if you can rate us 5 stars, if you rate us 5 stars, it helps people see us more and like us more, and hopefully get more listeners and more stuff to talk to, more people who can bother you. I mean, more people who can have conversations with us on chat, and it was great. And as always, Dark Legion, you're awesome being here, and Dead Man, which you haven't talked in a while.
He's probably lurking, but yeah, Legion, it's definitely great to be back and have you, trolling me in chat as always. It would not be a podcast without Dark Legion trolling me. But
yeah, and as Dark Legion said, lots of things on his long list of forgotten.
Hey man, I got a long list. I'm busy man. All right, chat, people listening, I love you guys. Thank you for showing up, and let's look forward to another great year, 2021.
Yes, guys, let's see what 2021 has for us. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for subscribing and liking and commenting. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
All right, adios, guys. Have a good night.
Later, guys. Peace.